Guys, today we're gonna be doing Jurassic World Rebirth. So I'm guessing from the last one, it's gonna be on that island for some reason. I'm not really gonna waste time except if you wanna go check out the reaction to the last one, Jurassic World Dominion, you can, and then watch this one right after. Whatever. Didn't like it that much at all, so hopefully this one is much better. Let's go. One thing I would say, it looks a lot more realistic, but let's wait for the dinosaurs. I don't even know what that's supposed to be. It's just a literal place. Let's wait for the dinosaurs. But I did say in the last one, let's lean into the ridiculousness. So if this is gonna be a bunch of super dinosaurs being killed or killing each other, let's go. Let's have fun. About to get Final Destination. What's going on? Okay, ridiculousness. Let's go. An amazing theory. So we've obviously saw Final Destination Bloodlines. If you haven't, okay, that's fine. But imagine if death existed the way it did in those movies in this world, and it tries to Final Destination all the Jurassic animals, all of them, all the ancient animals, because they're not supposed to actually be alive. That would be a phenomenal crossover. That would be insane, by the way. Just to see how death gets rid of all the dinosaurs, that would be cool. Anyways, moving on. Really be Jurassic Final Destination Park or Jurassic. It'd be called Final Destination Jurassic World. No, Jurassic. Mm-mm. Yeah, Final Destination pre. I don't know. Whatever. Final Destination Jurassic World. That's the name. It seems like that's what it's gonna be. Very bad, faulty system for it to collapse everything because those doors don't want to shut. That's crazy. Why would you connect it that way? But I guess it was cost effective. It don't exist. Imagine. Oh, that's so sad. It's his fault though. So I guess, but dang, that's crazy. Really made Godzilla Jurassic Park. Yes, this is what I wanted. Just ridiculous nonsense. Some super crazy xenomorph, was it xenomorph? Crazy animal thing. Okay, I might enjoy this. New music. Is the movie gonna be about them coming to kill whatever they've created because it might actually escape into the world and destroy everything, even though dinosaurs should do that anyways? Let's continue. They're dying. I guess that's realistic for them to die from the modern climate because they were not made for it, as well as diseases. It's kind of like an alien landing here and just having TB and having no way to combat it without it. If it was on the same level as us genetically, the alien could potentially die, right? Because it wouldn't know how to deal with that or deal with any of the other diseases, including flu. Flu kills people, so it wouldn't even know how to deal with flu. But yeah, that's interesting. Again, why not guns? Why is there no? Oh, and also people kept killing them. Like that is so real. Why are they leaving out guns? Is other people who wrote this like anti-gun? Is that why? Which wouldn't make sense, but I just don't understand why guns are not included. But it's just it broke out and it's just here and people just walking around like, oh yeah, it's a dinosaur. Like, come, it's been 32 years. Like, what are we doing here? It's been 32 years and people acting like, oh, it's just a dinosaur. No, I don't know. Nah, it's too casual. Now you just, at least they have cops this time. I kept complaining with the last one. There wasn't enough cops, so here they are.
He's said to say Felix isn't himself today.
It, if Scarlett Johansson just goes all Black Widow on dinosaurs, that would be sick. I need to see it.
Info theft? I'm sorry, I do retrieval.
Oh, collect monster DNA to make super pills. Alright, got it. Doing it for money? There's gonna be some explanation. Oh, I'm doing it for money to buy whatever for my son or whatever, or someone I care about, or like infinitely retire, I guess. But yeah, okay. Basic plot, not really. extinction level stuff that I thought it would be, but at least they're gonna fight dinosaurs. Was kind of wrong. They didn't completely forget about them, but they're still downplaying how important this is and why. Again, I said this in the last movie. I really hope there's more than one agency trying to harvest DNA from these things to create cures because this would be a huge thing for multiple countries all over the world who have like spec ops all over the place like the Mossads and MI6s, whoever. There's no way they're just gonna not do it, especially when you could control again a large part of pharmaceuticals all over the world and benefit your country with exports and all. Like, there's no way it's just one agency because that'd be stupid. Too many billionaires around the world for them to not think they should do this, to then cut a deal with a pharmaceutical company and make an insane amount of money. I mean, you're curing heart disease potentially, or like the most common side effects of heart disease, and you're trying to cure it, or the most common cause, and only one agent. It's just why? Y'all got money. Like, these producers have money to make these movies. Why don't you hire people who represent different countries? Like that movie, what's that movie with the power to control the weather? I forgot what it's called, but they brought in people who represented different nations because that makes sense. And people from France, Germany, Africa, all over the world. Like, why can't you do this for this one and be like, oh, they're all having like an arms race for it's not an arms race, but like a medicine race, whatever, to try and find a cure for people. I hope that that happened to this movie because at least it'd be interesting. Like, oh, they might try to eliminate the other party to secure the DNA for themselves. Like, it'd be so interesting. I hope, but I I have doubts.
So sorry for your loss.
Anybody could.
Why? What? Okay, I see what you're trying to do. Manipulate her emotionally, even though you already secured the bag. What are you doing? Don't mess it up.
Each of them had an average lifespan of well over a century, even before DNA refinement.
First of all, I love the name DNA refinement. It's really cool. Secondly, okay, so we're gonna have a water fight, a land fight, and a sky fight. Okay, I want to see it. I want to see it. I'm excited.
Parker does not tolerate second place.
They acknowledge it. They have competitors. Okay, can we see them now in the movie? I would love to see them in the movie. But yes. Okay, we're setting up some good things. Please pay it off.
Company.
Confidentiality.
Oh,
Fewer people know.
so the dude says, we want you to identify the animals and predict behavior. And he says, send an army. You said you want it alive. So they need to predict the behavior to extract the blood and DNA while it's still alive. It's just frustrating. Like, what type of answer is that? That's stupid. Whatever.
You're just a guy who visits zoos.
Ooh, I like this. Okay, I like you poking at his ego, as a scientist or as an explorer, adventurer, paleontologist. That's really cool. Okay. No, not bad. I underestimated this man.
Get in.
I was right that they've moved on way too quickly. Like, that's insane that in a couple of years people lost interest this much. That's insane. That wouldn't happen in real life. It would take decades for people to lose interest that quickly to the point where museums are closing. That's insane. Because now they would have real life, fresh bones. Fresh, you know what I mean? And people are not interested anymore. That's crazy. It would take decades. There's no way. Especially the next generation that grew up seeing dinosaurs. Like, what? Imagine you're a baby and you see dinosaurs on an iPad, bro. Like, they are there, or you see one walking past your street, or you see one flying over your house. Like, how are you gonna get over that in like what? It's not even 3 decades because they came out maybe 2 decades when they've actually been on your street and you just got over it. What? Or like a decade? Nah, bro. Nah, that's stupid. No. The use of music in this one is much better than the last one. The last one felt like it was just nostalgia bait because they use it like 3 or 4 times, if I remember correctly. This one, this is the first time. They might use it more times, but at least they used it to establish a sense of adventure because these people are coming here for the first time. So, yeah. And I think it's meant to appeal to the next generation. That's why it's called Rebirth, and that's why it's gonna be a lot faster than the last one, but still much better use of the music than just, oh, older characters, here you go, music time.
This is where I tell you it's a sin to kill a dinosaur.
What? No, it's not. Anyways, um, this is stupid. It's very dumb. I said this in the last one. These things literally are dangerous to the environment, and the environment is taking care of them, and they're dying anyway. So, what are you talking about? I hope he is the one who pulls the trigger at this point.
Remote biopsy, Darnie, is pretty basic, I'm sure.
Isn't that insanely far? I know why they're doing it because the dinosaurs are super tall, but there are also ones that fly. So isn't that going to attract one of them and it's going to take one of these vials? And now they have to chase after it? Like, why not just have it pop like a little jump? Like a little psh? Like, why? Okay. It might be useful to escape at some point. Why not have both? Why not have short burst ones and long burst ones? I guess money.
For us both just to go at it alone, you know?
This reminds me of Thunderbolts. By the way, the first reaction I've done after a year of not doing reactions, as you see on the channel, was Thunderbolts. But it didn't properly record, and so I couldn't upload it. It only recorded half. And that was one of my favorite movies of the year. I loved it. But anyways, this reminds me of Thunderbolts. This whole scene of them reminiscing about bad times. Not reminiscing, remembering bad times, because reminiscing is supposed to be good, if I'm not mistaken, but yeah.
Get rich this time.
It would be amazing for this movie if they all died. That would be cool, because that would be a first for Jurassic World movies, Jurassic Park movies, if everybody was just gone. That'd be insane. That'd be crazy. Or at least like only one survivor, which is like Scarlet, and she comes back to save the world with her thing, like Black Widow type moment. That would be cool, but they're not gonna do that, you know. Really like the characters, like all of them this time, which is a first in a long time watching these movies. So let's go.
Told him. He's just getting dressed.
That's nasty. That's disrespect to the father. Nah, I don't like that. I don't like that. No, no, ew, ew, ew. And why y'all doing here in these dangerous waters? Am I supposed to feel bad if they end up like dying or one of them dies? Am I supposed to feel bad? Like, why are you here? Come on now. And like, that's gross. I no. Why? I would never invite them to anything for a long, long time. That probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense grammatically. I would just not invite them to things for a long time. Take out the never. That I just that's gross. Why would you do that? Because you like why would you do that?
Watch.
Oh my god, I slept like a baby.
Well, can he die first? Because I know they're trying to make a joke, but just being disrespectful to the father of your girlfriend or boyfriend or the mother, and they're not being disrespectful towards you at all. They're being very accommodating, and you just don't care. Is nah, it's not for me.
I am so tired.
Example, you're sitting for your little sister, and you laughing. You laughing. She's looking at her father like, oh my days, bro. What are you doing with this fool, man? Why do we include? I just said I like the characters for the first time, and you introduced this bozo and this girl. Really? Come on.
For once,
Off the boat. Throw him off the boat. Use him as bait so that y'all can escape. What is your taste in dudes? What is this? What taste is this? What is this? Oh my days. I'm getting mad.
The anchor.
I'm fine.
Yes.
I got it. Perfect. I'm fine.
You're the best.
Imagine your boyfriend or girlfriend disrespecting your dad like this, and you think it's funny. Like, what? You're not gonna call them out. You're not gonna say. You just think it's funny. Oh, he's just being cute. He's just being, a cute little dude. Like, really? I'm not gonna read too much into this because maybe he just doesn't care about boats, but this should be important for you to set a good example so that you can be accepted by someone who clearly is important to your mate's life and you just don't care. Like, come on. This, like, what is this character? Is he gonna die first? Please let him die. Don't do no Disney, no anime shonen nonsense and he actually survived. Just unless if the lesson is that he ends up listening to the dad and stops being disrespectful, I don't want to hear it.
So don't.
Excuse me, ma'am. Bro, I would never invite my daughter as long as she is with this trash, bro. I'd never do it. I never do it. To get mad? To get mad every time? That no way. What is this? Bro. Oh my days. These two are making the movie unbearable right now.
It's fine. Hey,
But I don't see anything. I don't. Can you explain what this is? I want to hear it.
Malia.
Okay, then that pretty much justifies what he just said. He just said he wanted this to be your last moments together. Like, that just justifies what he said because you're going to go to college and probably get a job and barely see him. That's the point of being just the three of you. Oh my days, what are you talking about? I just want to get into this. There is definitely a separation between older people and younger people when it comes to this. Because a lot of times younger people just don't take it seriously when an older person says, "Hey, let's spend some time together, stop being on your phone, or stop texting your friends for once and just hang out with your dad or your older siblings or whoever." Because you are not going to have a lot of time with them, especially when you're about to go to college or whatever or get a job, and they'll just dismiss it until they get into that position and they want to do it with their kids and they're like, "Oh my gosh, yeah, I do want to spend time with my kids." Like, you don't know, bro. You don't know. Your dad could. Oh, please don't tell me the dad's gonna pass. Please. Please don't tell me this is like a thing where the dad is gonna pass away. Tell me, like, he maybe nearly passes away and she realizes that she made a mistake with the boyfriend. Like, maybe he's a coward or a loser or something. He is a loser. I don't know about a coward, but I hope the moment is, oh, I should cherish my dad instead of, oh, my dad is gone now. I really hope, because, wow.
I'll get him. Get to the top. Get to the top.
Tell me Xavier's gonna get this man killed. Xavier, you better hustle, bro. About to get swallowed. Hold on. Okay, so maybe it's another thing where Xavier learns to be responsible. Okay, that's actually very good. Because you got the evac bag. That's good. Preferred if it was just about extracting DNA. I don't know why they added a whole other plot that does not relate at all right now. I don't get why you needed 4 extra characters. But I guess you're trying to establish other movies, maybe? I don't know. You could have just kept it with these people, but let's move on. Scarlett Johansson, very good actor.
Like a mercenary?
Question sounded so weird. What are you? Like a robot? I thought he was gonna say a robot. Like you're emotionless. And that was so weird, but okay. Could have rephrased it, but alright.
Well, I have never.
Gonna fall in love? Oh, that guy did say you need something a lot more meaningful than money, which is very true. Chasing money shouldn't be the end goal. It should just be a way to get to the next step. Like you're chasing money so that you can move out. You're chasing money so that you can provide for your kids. There should be something better that could actually improve your life than just, I want more money, right? That's loser mentality.
Been shot at.
Good night, doctor.
He was gonna lean in for a kiss there. Did you see man's face? Thought he was leaning in for a kiss. He's super excited. Look at this. He's so excited. Look at his face. It's like he's never talked to a woman ever. Saying they're gonna be sending a signal for them to be rescued, and that's how they get involved. Again, don't know why you had to involve four more people. So that's seven. No, that's eight. Because you have the guy who hires Scarlet, the doctor, paleontologist dude, the scientist, I mean, Scarlet's friend, Scarlet's other friend, that's five, and then them four, that's nine, and then two of these other side characters, that's 11 people. If my numbers are correct, that's 11 people. So plenty of deaths. Let's go. So I guess we're gonna get to the action once they're on the island, and there will be no talking, just straight action. That's what I'm hoping for, because right now the intro is a little too long, because it feels like we're not in the second act yet, which is weird. We're still introducing characters, and there's a minute and 30 plus uh an hour and 30 plus minutes left of the movie. So I hope the action is gonna action, because it's kind of crazy.
Millions of dollars here.
This is extremely forced. Obviously, this is a dumb argument. There are people you should just rescue them, especially if you're trying to be good guys now and you were like on the side of good guys. This makes no sense because the animal is there. It's there. Like, what's gonna happen? Okay, you're gonna go, let's say it takes an hour. You're gonna go to them, takes an hour, whatever. You come back, it's like 2 hours, 3 hours, 28 miles away. I don't know what's that in time, but come on. Like, this is a stupid argument. This is a dumb argument. This is artificial tension again, because it's dumb. Like, what is this? What is this? Come on now.
West. Blank speed.
That's common sense because they literally could die any moment. You don't like they could die any moment. You don't know if that thing could die at any moment. You don't know the situation. I guess that the argument should have been this thing could potentially die, which is far-fetched, but it's accurate over we got to get it now. We're talking tons of millions of dollars. What are you talking about? It's still going to be there. What are you talking about? Come on. Point of this group of people was to create further tension for no reason. You could have just had creatures attack their boat instead of these people's. I just don't understand why they are here. Maybe to lead them to the other one, because obviously they need one from the water. But again, they could have just tracked it, or they could have just stayed in the water and threw bait. I don't like. You had to add four. You had to add a whole family and a boyfriend and a very annoying boyfriend. For what reason? What reason, bruv? Even take that long. Okay, that pisses me off even more. So what are those two talking about? It didn't even take that long at all. Like, what? I thought it would take like a day, 2 days. Maybe they're gonna say it took a day. Maybe they fast forwarded to a day because this is dumb. Like, what? Okay.
Made us to Cape Town. We've done it before.
Shouldn't they be in?
Barbados to Cape Town, where my country's at. I disagree with Scarlet here. No, we shouldn't let it go. It's like going to a place where there are bad people, like gangs. Even though other people can still go there, you don't take the chance with your kids. That's irresponsible. And then you're mad at people getting mad at you when one of your kids gets shot at and potentially hurt. Like, no, this is stupid. There's so much ocean in the world, and there's so many places you could have crossed from country to country, continent to continent. Um, Maybe even do a cruise. Like, there's so much you could have done, and other trips you could have done. Like, what? That's stupid, man. But at least we have a dinosaur close to South Africa. That's really cool.
Okay, so exactly what are you guys doing here?
Excuse me, we saved your life. We don't gotta say nothing. We don't gotta say nothing at all. We could say, literally, go and sit deep inside the boat, and wait. We could literally do that, actually. And you guys should be grateful. Because, what is this? What is this questioning? We just saved your life. What is this character? Like, what are we doing?
Boss.
Oh,
Did and again, I don't understand what this guy expected. They just saved your life. This thing was right here. You don't think it's gonna come for this boat when he just said it was being territorial? Like, and you saw two boats capsized? Like, what is this father's logic? Bro, like, why are we, I liked this guy. I still do, but come on, man. I know you're worried, but it's literally your fault. It was good. That was good. It worked. Good. So this one wasn't about, I mean, they still could have potentially not died, but been capsized, but okay. That was good. That was good, real tension. All right. Oh, gonna lose $10 million. If you didn't rescue these people, you wouldn't have found it. Where is he? Where is he? Is he hiding? Out of shame?
I guess I haven't.
This is interesting. Okay, they're taking it to places I like. Yeah, he makes a lot of sense because the price for this cure would be so insane that probably people who are really rich would afford it, but people who are not would have to sign up to a lot of schemes, insurances, pay later loans, all types of things that would make the rich even richer. So I like this is what they should have done in the first one, except obviously explored a lot more, but yeah. It's either they have extreme cases of PTSD or it's just motion sickness, I guess. Ooh, they look beautiful though. Okay, so they were not boats, they were these things. My eyesight, man. Is so this is what they should have explored in Dominion, bruv. This is so cool. They're helping it hunt. That is so cool. Yep, a lot of deaths. You shouldn't have been pissing it off, Bobby. My days. Little girl's not gonna die, but that lady though. Is going into the rocks because it will not follow. Come on now.
Isabella? Isabella, hey, look at me. It's gonna be okay. Listen.
I'm gonna stop her from sending coordinates, which would be stupid because how are you gonna get out of here? How, bro? Like, you need to send the samples home. Unless if he has, like, some other way. Is this man gonna allow this kid to die? Is that what's gonna happen? No way they're gonna do it. No way. Bro, what? Okay, Xavier. Let's go, Superman. Xavier, let's go. This was not gonna go after them because it's following the bigger boat instead of like the little. It's gonna be like rocks against a giant shark, so. So there should be no way that that family is gonna meet up with these people, right? But it's gonna happen because they kept doing that in the last movie and it annoyed me. Hopefully they make it better at this one, like there are better ways that they convince us that they actually end up meeting up. But yeah, this is great so far. Didn't he just jump off? Okay, he survived, I think. Makes sense. They're just kind of on the other side a little bit. There probably isn't gonna be a way on land to get there quickly, so okay, this is fine. Your man, all right, you done good. In the moment of crisis, you showed your true character, and that's good. Calm down. I know there's dinosaurs, but relax. Oh my days. She about to die. This is crazy. She's about to die. It took the supplies. Oh, this is way better than Dominion. Way better. Wow. Okay. So they are just a bunch of deaths until I'm guessing the family's gonna survive and like Scarlet and the scientist guy. So that's gonna be 6 people I'm guessing are gonna live. Dang, a bloody rag. And also the dinosaurs look much more real in this one compared to Dominion. Makes sense, it was 3 years ago. I just acknowledge you, Xavier. I just acknowledged you. Yikes. Part is very realistic. Like the next generation, the new generation would obviously get tired. I wouldn't, but obviously the younger kids would. So at least that makes sense. That is the $1 billion involvement I'm looking for. And yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Like someone was thinking, oh, we gotta make a ton of money. We gotta splice them together because we have the technology, which is probably gonna happen because we're already using CRISPR tech to splice DNA to try and engineer babies. I think they've been successful, some of the experiments and trials. So I think this is very real in the future. Like people will be like, "Oh, I'm kind of tired of looking at a just a snow leopard. I want something crazier." So
Why not just euthanize them? The average cost of a created species.
this guy said it's a sin to kill dinosaurs, and now he's saying they should have euthanized the dinosaurs. Like, is that's the same? Okay, I guess a mercy killing, even though what is the difference between killing out of self-defense and mercy kill? Like both examples is a last resort basically, because you're mercy killing because you've created a monster that is just like completely abnormal and extremely dangerous, and the self-defense, you're protecting yourself and your friends. Like you're telling me the other one is better than protecting yourself and your friends from being killed? Okay, doctor.
Land.
Pilots want to live too.
Oh, great.
And ScarJo is one of the best parts of this movie, but yes, that is great, at least. And the family will probably go there too, so you see, yeah, making sense, not making sense. Not too convenient like the last one.
Power. Let's come through this pipe.
The guy was willing to kill a kid to keep this all a secret. Is he gonna kill this family too? What are they gonna do? Like, is he gonna leave them and hope they get killed by the dinosaurs? I think that's what he's gonna do. Because they went into restricted area. If they die, the government's just gonna say, well, some dinosaur out there killed them. They're gonna have the evidence of that swimming one, so I guess he's gonna try to leave them behind. Because they don't, oh, they do have guns. Or shoot them potentially with neurotoxins, which would kill them, or yeah, just leave him here.
From hot
I
springs.
have some weed.
Xavier, bro, like you just can you just keep quiet? I need Xavier to keep quiet the entire time now because when he doesn't speak, he's tolerable, he does good things, and then when he talks, it's just what is that going to do? So you're just gonna have everybody be under the influence, including the child, and potentially make it easier for the dinosaurs to kill you? Like, what? Okay, okay. Like, what's the solution? Is being serious. Did he just ask the child or the father if they smoke? And they are sitting on Dinosaur Island, and they nearly died from dinosaurs, and they know there are land dinosaurs, flying ones, and this is his response after his girlfriend nearly died. Okay.
Be careful where you step. Something just moved past my leg.
Reminds me a lot of Anaconda, a classic monster movie. Obviously, anacondas are real, but I love it. And this reminds me of Anaconda, both the orchid one and also the other one, like the classic one. Love them. Love the both of them. I'm not a fan of two, and then I mean two was okay, but then after Anaconda 2 and it just gets stupid and it gets like Anaconda versus Python, it just gets super low budget, but yeah, the Race of the Orchid one with this scene where the dude just gets snatched. Oh, if they recreate this scene, oh my days.
Do?
What are you implying?
Let handle it, man. Handle business. We don't need him actually. You just need the vials, the scientist. Get there. They already know who you are. You don't need this dude. You could just say, I use collateral. Dangerous situation, dinosaurs, unpredictable, life.
Intelligence is massively overrated as an adaptive trait.
Smart to die. Bro, you were panicking so badly and you're saying you're too smart to die. Okay, he's definitely gonna die. Okay, declare him potentially the close friend to Scarlet. I'm pretty sure those three are nailed on. Maybe Xavier too. I wouldn't mind, to be honest. I was on his side for a second and then he started to annoy me again, so but these guys are locked in. Okay. Well, I believe God is gonna be the one to do that, but yeah, I guess. I guess. I do agree with his comment, the whole thing about we believe we're in control when we're not. I mean, hurricanes can obliterate us, they do it all the time. Earthquakes, all types of crazy nature could just wipe us out. There's like 6 extinction level events that could happen to wipe us out, and they're nature related. Or are they? Is there 6 of them? There's the volcano. Like volcanoes, if they all erupted, we'd basically be sliced in half. Obviously, nuclear war would be our fault. Um, if the sun was to snuff out, we'd be gone. No one surviving that except the bunker people, but eventually they'd die. Um, yeah, the like nature related. If there was like a super storm that hit the exact right place and changed the climate and had a knock-on effect, we'd be gone. Okay, so nature related, probably one in terms of volcanoes erupting, two, the tectonic plates shifting so much that it would just rip everything apart, make it very hard for us to survive. Three would be obviously something happening with the sun, or okay, some of these are all fault, like nuclear war, Bill Gates trying to block out the sun, that would devastate us. Um, us messing with the genetic genome of animals, which could create very unintended consequences to our ecosystems. What I was talking about in Dominion. Yeah, it's basically half and half. Nature could kill us, we could kill ourselves. It's half and half, it's 50-50. God would do it, to be honest. Message of the movie is survival, I guess, and how humanity is responsible for its own downfall. Agreed. Um, okay, the last one was about trying to treat dinosaurs better like they're animals, which is a weird message, especially with the implications, and I guess they scrubbed that theme for this one. This girl realized there could be a mom right behind that entire greenery, times bigger than it. Does she realize that could happen? Is that what's gonna happen? Cause like really, just really. Xavier, bro. What do you mean? You saved his daughter. What do they want us to feel about Xavier? I don't understand. Like, are we supposed to not like him? Because why give him the trait to save the girl and risk his life to only have him respond like this? Like, what is this? It's ill. It's gross. Like, what is this? What am I supposed to? What is the dad supposed to feel, bro? What is he supposed to feel? Man, I just keep pausing because I'm actually enjoying this. But this man is drinking water from Dinosaur Island. That is dumb. You could be drinking so many prehistoric bacteria and diseases. You could. I'm smart. I'm very intelligent. You kidding me? I just said he could find a gun, or they have guns, and he has a gun. This is literally like Anaconda, Race for the Orchid, because the guy in that movie found a gun too. This is literally the neurotoxins as well, paralysis. Dude, are they copying Anaconda? Because Anaconda was the same thing when he found that. Spoilers for Anaconda, but he found the spider that causes paralysis, the stone spider, and had it bite another dude because the guy was finding out that he's actually a villain, just like Scarlet said. And in order to keep him quiet, he had him get bit by the paralysis spider and it killed him. Is that what this is? Because they also went to a dangerous island filled with anacondas. in order to get the orchid to also cure cancers or whatever. Oh my gosh, are they copying Anaconda? That is so cool. I love Anaconda.
You get some more sleep while I
He
take.
flipped it. Okay, Xavier, bro, you're confusing me, and I don't like it. Stick to something, okay? You're either secretly a really good guy or you're just a bumbling idiot who just does things. Because finally, you're taking responsibility. Okay, I like this, and I kind of called it as a third option. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Writers, like this whole movie, you've not expressed supreme plot armor this hard compared to the last one. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? There was no need to write that at all. At all. Why? But why though? Why do some of these writers do this, dude? Like, why? Or directors, like, what was the point of doing that? So that Xavier gets scared? He's already scared. Like, he was talking about his deathbed. Ugh, man, come on. That was a good joke. Okay. Still should have done it just for a joke. Like, he's just gonna go back to pig, but still. Why? You could have done it, a little better, but I'll accept the joke. I'll accept it. That guy's serious. That was another good joke. That was a good use of what is it called when you make a joke in the highest moment of tension? I forgot what it's called. That was a good one. Disney usually doesn't make good references. Who owns this, by the way? Who owns this property right now? Anyways. Oh, Universal. What am I talking about? Yeah. That was a good one by. Looks so cute. Oh my. How do you get tired of this? How do you get tired of seeing this? This is amazing. Like, what? Animal love? And you get tired of this? It looks so cute. Even though I can see that they are spliced genetically, because I've never seen any dinosaur like this. I'm not a dinosaur expert, but I feel like this is spliced a little bit. Or maybe it's not. It just looks weird. Why does the tail have stripes and the neck, but not the body? I mean, dogs can look like that when they've like crossbred with each other. So, all right, that it just looks weird, but it's very cute. Amazing character moment to see him cry. This is what the last movie was missing, man. Characters like really being fully, like, I don't know, acknowledging the moment for what it is. This is so beautiful. I love it. What a great moment to play the song two times, only two times so far. What a great placement for the legendary iconic song soundtrack. Again, this movie is so much better than the last one, man. Yes, the flying
I'm gonna
one.
go.
Let's go. You keep referencing the older movies, like with the helicopter one, it references the plane crash in what I think the second Jurassic Park movie, and then this one I think is the third or the second one with the flying dinosaurs. I don't know, I forgot what they're called. But yeah, when they were in that cage thing, I don't know. It was a long time ago, but they keep referencing the older ones without it being like nostalgia bait. Like you would have to know, you would have to have seen the older ones, obviously. Your bag. In the bag also references one of the older movies. I think they had the egg in a bag and was being chased by the flying ones in one of the older movies, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, they were trying to get the egg, and then the mother was chasing to get the egg back. So it might be referencing that. His boyfriend Fall proceeds to jump into the trap. Crazy. But I guess it's like a flip of her falling into the water. I mean, that guy's leg is gonna be absolutely mangled. But we know the movie's not gonna do that. But in real life, his leg would have been done. A little bit convenient that she found it. Again, not as bad because she has to go through all this trouble and then the T-Rex is probably gonna wake up. So it's a lot better than what Dominion did when they kept escaping. But I still cannot get over the scene where the truck fell right where her parents were. Like, really? Anyways. Dave, your buddy, like, can you like tiptoe there to help her? Like, this is worse. Bro, crazy. What are you doing? Are you insane? Why would you light it up? Bro, what? You were there. Just carry it with your family away from here and wait for this thing to move. What are you do? Okay, wow. Even if you were to successfully dispatch it, how are you gonna run away from a T-Rex in shallow water? Ay, ay, ay. So you're not gonna outrun a T-Rex in a raft with still water. That's not happening. It's not happening. You're not gonna out paddle a T-Rex. That's not happening. But okay, let's see how this plays out. So again, if plot armor does not activate, they should die, right? This shouldn't be a dinosaur tripping on its own feet Dominion moment. They should die at this point. Bro, what? This man is on one leg. I guess he's being pulled by the stream. I guess that's what's happening, but this was kind of unnecessary. Can't swim? Is that what's happening? You could just go underneath and check where everybody's at. Why are you doing this? You have literally no vision, and there's a T-Rex. Okay. I guess I did say stay under the water, but you should know where you're going. You could be going to the T-Rex, which you are. I know she's a kid, bro, but like just swim under if it's gnawing at the top. Swim underneath and just like what are we doing here? Okay, again, unnecessary writing. We all know the kid is fine. We all know they wouldn't do this. They would not kill the kid before anybody else in this family, so this is stupid. It was cool and all to see the T-Rex, but I go back to my original thought. This family should not exist. Not once did I feel like nothing was ever gonna happen. Or anything I meant, especially when she pulled on the raft and the T-Rex woke up and went away from the sound. When in previous movies, most of the time, usually, 9 times out of 10, it would go to the sound. This time it's like, nope, I'm cool. Which again, why? Why is this family here? Like, it's so weird because they're trying to do the whole, maybe it relates to the theme about survival. Like, oh, we can survive as a family, like together. Is that what this is? Because why are they here? Like, I did not think any person was gonna die. I didn't. If you wanted me to be gripped into the tension of, oh, someone could die, they could still do it. But somebody should have died when the boat capsized. Then I would have been okay. I would have been like, okay, someone could actually legitimately die to the T-Rex. But I knew they were not going to kill the kid first before anybody else. This ain't that type of movie. So, yeah, kind of, it just sours the moment because they didn't have to go this far. There was no way you were going to convince me that anyone here was going to die after everything they've gone through, and they didn't die, and all they had was a guy on one leg, and he swam away from the T-Rex. The one leg is not a disadvantage. Again, movies, series, anime, if you give someone an injury, make it count, man. Again, there's still time. But come on. Like a super, super tough, just filled with tons of industrial material, everything else, to make sure it doesn't pop easy. But again, why did the T-Rex have to be there? What was the point? What did we lose or gain? Think about that. The T-Rex was here. What did we gain or lose? What? Because at least the other parts, like when the girl fell off the boat, it was about, okay, we're gonna show who Xavier really is, right? The part where Xavier nearly dies, that was a joke. Again, didn't like how they did it, but in the end, it was kind of funny. What did we lose or gain from this moment? You could have literally removed this whole thing, have her get the raft, the same emotions could have happened, the same conclusion. We didn't lose or gain anything at all of value at all. We didn't even lose the boat. Really?
I suppose we could try and get it from the parent, but they're a flying carnivore the size of an...
This man. Oh, I'm smart. Bro, like, ever since he said that, he's been doing and saying stupid things. I don't know if that was intentional because why? Obviously, they're gonna do it from an egg, bro. And again, it references one of the movies as well. But yeah,
Make this quick, huh?
is this weird place? Are we doing like a predator versus alien thing when they when they said the predators have been here ever since Egyptian times? Is that what we're doing right now? Cause like what is this?
You're saved.
But you would also be hunted down and probably murdered. Unless if you become so publicly revered and protected that if that was to ever happen, people would legitimately like overthrow governments basically, and you would also need to be in hiding for a long time while building good publicity. So or be like the Bitcoin dude and just like release it and just disappear. You would have to do that. Give the DNA samples to multiple companies and also not just companies but people who create medicine by themselves, small groups, small cells of people. Yeah, it could work, especially with the technology available and the smart people that exist today, but I don't know. It would be interesting to see how they would survive that, but they wouldn't make a movie out of that. In a Jurassic Park world, not really. Theoretically, you could make money by setting up Bitcoin wallets or like some form of untraceable thing that you could set up where people would send money in and then you could just send them the blood samples. It would be hard to do though. But since they're all mercenaries with deeper connections, I feel like they could do it. I feel like they could do it. Like take some, I don't know, like 10K per sample or something. I don't know, just something, and wash it up somehow. Again, put it in decentralized money some way. I feel like you could do it, man. You could do it because people have scammed people using Bitcoin wallets and all that stuff, and those people haven't been caught. So I feel like you could do it somehow. Obviously, some people have, but not all of them. Peripheries are minus 3 bill. How did you not see that? How did you not see that? Don't believe this dude would drop it twice. I don't. I don't. Suspension of disbelief destroyed. This guy dropping it twice? Come on now. Insanely brutal. You see, the movie's better with these guys, not the family. Why are they in this movie? Whatever. Why did you write it so that Henry fell that far? Why? At least in Dominion with that lady, she had a parachute that deployed. This man straight fell. Even if the trees cushioned his fall, they could have still broken his arms, legs, everything. And hitting water at that point, even with like the slowed velocity, would have broken a lot of things, bro. Like, why did you write it like this? I don't like why. And then you had the thing deploy. Like, come on, man. Horse, he can just crawl and walk and be fine. Of course. Did you see how high that was? went to, bro, they just found him. What was the point? If the thing falls right at them, I'm crashing out. Oh my days, oh my days, oh my days, oh my days. What was the point? What was the point of that whole scene? It could have just ended at, oh, Declare's gone. Okay. Declare sacrificed himself so that you can get this thing. Why'd have him fall? Why have the pulley system be gnawed at only for nothing to happen as a result? Like, why? Why have the thing deploy if it's just gonna land here? What was the point of any of this? You could have just had Declare die, the thing flies off, or like it kind of gnaws at them, they hide there, these guys get the vial, and they climb, and those things fly away because they think, oh, the people are gone, right? And they hide there, they come to check, they don't see anything, they fly off. We cut away, they're together. What was the point of having him fall? And not including him in the conversations about the money. Like, they're not at all. And I understand they assume that he's just gonna agree, but shouldn't you include the dude who just lost two of his close friends? Ay, ay, ay.
No sign of the kids, though.
So finally, we're at the end. What's gonna happen now, I wonder? I guess that guy's gonna be like, we can't have the family be alive, blah, blah, blah thing, because he has his gun. And the paralysis neurotoxins haven't really been used so far.
What you're doing, I really.
This man just said they could be animals. She said footprints, not paw marks, not claws, not talons, like foot.
Just coming.
We'll just have the pilots do a look.
It's not here. What is this? I hate this so much in this movie. They did this with the whole, oh, let's not rescue them. You have plenty of time. Is the helicopter here? No. Look for them. I know why you don't. But this is stupid, man. This guy's arguments are always so bad, dude. Mr.
Miracle.
No, I'm not.
We doing this. Can we move on? Can we move on? The ending is really annoying me. Can we just move on now? Call every giant beast out here, because maybe they sleep here. I guess, okay, the T-Rex is coming back. Okay. Hopefully. To actually mean something.
No, they're mutinists.
That small rank is not holding back the door. They could have just put a pole that, like, what is this writing? Just have some random pole and put it there. That's better than that. Are you kidding me? Oh my days. Oh no. Wait, there's that weird freaky xenomorph one. I guess that's the actual final boss. Wait, I didn't get my dinosaur fight, and I really wanted my dinosaur fight. Hopefully it happens. Hopefully. Smart. Why didn't they all get into the fridge? Because obviously it has that whole other section, and they would be safe. Yeah, actually they should do that. And also she could just run away from this spot or back up from this spot, and, you know, is it gonna smash through? Maybe. I mean, it couldn't smash through a door. It couldn't. You could. This fridge doesn't have like a secret thing behind it. You can still get inside it, maybe? Isn't there like another... You know what? I'm thinking like it's a normal convenience store, so maybe it's not. I'm just gonna... Alright, so they're dragging this on really, really far, and I don't think anyone here is gonna die at all. I think the bad dude is gonna die. Maybe Scarlett's friend, and that's it. I really don't think anyone from this family would die. Maybe the dad. Maybe the dad, because they're really dragging this scene on, and it's just so annoying. Xavier, why would you aggravate it by switching the... Oh my... He switched the flashlight right on its base. Why? Why? It already know... Like, it knows you're there. Why make it even more mad? And also, you guys could just move away from this place now. Go to a separate place. And it's also too small for it to fit through. Actually, you could just chill here. Like, there's no Yeah, there's no hole that's big enough for it to get through here so far. Maybe there at the back, but ay ay ay. If you switch that alarm off, that's actually pretty smart. It's still loud, but it's pretty smart. Again, how is the helicopter gonna land with these flying things here? The hole outside is big enough. Okay. Alright. Well, we're going back to the convenience stuff. He could have just ran out while they were looking. Why did you write it this way? He could have literally ran out into the light they were flashing, and that would have been it. That's unfortunate. So- Wow, okay. Talk about collateral. This thing literally just looks like a giant xenomorph, by the way. You know, from Alien 3, that weird white xenomorph one, it looks like that, except like I don't know, it had a growth hormone serum type thing. But yeah, it literally just looks like that.
Alright, come on.
Confirms Duncan is gonna die by protecting this kid. Okay. Guessing that guy knows that they're going to the boat, or at least he's going somewhere and he's gonna end up by the boat. Still convenient, but not as bad because he's the villain, but he doesn't have a gun. He's also not being chased down by anything, so I guess he's gonna bring the giant xenomorph to that location because of the noise. That's what I'm guessing. Is it like PTSD or something? What's going on? And also, that confirms that if you had like ARs, missiles, machine guns, rifles, shotguns, yeah, dinosaurs wouldn't be a problem in our world. They would be the minute they show up, and then they would just die pretty much after that. There would be casualties from people who can't protect themselves and people who are not intelligent with their gun usage, but you know, they wouldn't survive this long.
Excess speed. Slow down.
So they could have all died. They could have all died, and we're gonna. Man, I really was enjoying this movie. I really was. And now we're just writing it to where convenience is helping them out again and again and again. You blew up the helicopter so that we can go through them surviving through convenience? Really? Plot armor saved them, and then it saved them from both of them, temporarily at least, and it also got rid of the big bad guy instead of them doing it. Why? Why? Okay.
Come on! Come on!
To light, you would just throw the flare to its face to like, or its eye to kind of like blind it a little bit and then run away. But I did call this. He could have dropped the flare when he was turning and then just swam deep down to confuse it, or just throw the flare at its face. Literally swim deep down, swim all the way around, run around through the jungle, and go back there while it's still looking at the flare. He could have done that. Is it 100% proof? Like, it would have worked? No. But that would have been more interesting than that literally looked like that xenomorph. It looked like the monsters from Cloverfield. It doesn't look anything like Jurassic Park at all. Why not just keep it dinosaurs? It just shows that the series has to stop here because they're running out of ideas, and now they're just creating monsters that look like monsters from other movies and famous ones too. So no, just stop the series here at this point. All right, so he did actually do that. He left the flare there and he ran away. Okay, great. At least that makes me a little less mad. Thing this movie followed through with very well is that it's their relationship actually getting better and them understanding each other, the dad and Xavier. So at least. Just remembered that thing should still be out here hunting here, unless it's on the opposite side, I guess, of the island. Maybe. But yeah, they're not in the all clear, but I get it. It's the end. I wanted to end too. Um, yeah, this is much better than Dominion. 1000% much better. It was a lot more enjoyable. There were still things I would have liked to see, like dinosaur fight, but a better one. But it's fine. Um, and I just again the inclusion of the family. Like, why? They could have removed that family and chopped off like 30 to 40 minutes of this movie, and that would have been much better for the movie. They could have removed so many unnecessary scenes. The T-Rex scene with the family, unnecessary. Him falling off such a great height for literally nothing. The convenience scenes at the end where everything just works out and everybody dies who needs to die, everybody who lives needs to live. Like really, they didn't even deal. They dealt with like one flying thing. Did they deal? They didn't deal with the other one, did they? There were like two, I think. And then, the giant thing there was outsmarted. Didn't really do much except divert their escape plan, but they already had a boat. Like a lot of things could have been removed or changed in the writing because it was unnecessary to do it that way. So yeah, I think the series should stop for like a while. I think a decade. Don't make movies for a decade and come up with something new. Give it to someone else. You can do series or stuff like that. Give it to other people. Okay? Don't let the producers have control because they keep trying to bring certain things back. There were some callbacks to the older movies in this one. Um, and yeah, in the end, there were only two people who died. Well, three, and all three of them were just like either characters who had just made. Oh, four, with the villain, the $1 million man, and the two other people. That's it. So they didn't really do much except the villain guy. He should have been dealt with by the actual characters, not the dinosaur. And yeah, this was not it at all. I can see why it continuously has bad ratings and why the ratings are falling. Because, like I said, if you watch Dominion and then this, much, much better. I feel like if you watch this isolated or you've not seen Dominion for a long, long time, it would not be as good as it is. And yeah, I'm quite tired. The ending really dragged down the whole thing, and I'll catch you with the next reactions, and you can catch Dominion and all the other ones here. So, see you later.